योगी राम सूरत कुमार की जय। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया। राम 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 योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया। राम 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 Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama Rama Ram. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama Rama Ram. Rama 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 Ram, Rama Rama Ram. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama Rama Ram. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama Rama Ram. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama Rama Ram. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama Rama Ram. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama Rama Ram. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama Rama Ram. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama Rama Ram. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya.
Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi
Rama 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 Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Bhagavan Shri Yogi Ramsuratkumar ki jai. Sarvam Yogi Ramsuratkumar Arpanamastu. By His abundant grace, we have all been able to come here together and sing together, which is no small grace. In adoration of this grace, we have offered the Nama Sankirtan as Nama lotuses at his lotus feet. As we have continued all day long to offer the Seva lotuses at his feet, let's continue till we go to sleep. Every action that we do is being done by him either with this awareness or offering every action at his feet. So this is how we offer our Seva lotuses as well. We have been going through stories of Guru and disciple and been learning something or the other from that. All the time remembering if there is any similar incident in the life of Bhagavan. Now today is a wonderful story. A story of how to get the supreme knowledge in so short a time. Sounds very interesting. How is it possible? Unless we have already done all that is required for the purification of mind, that in this birth, even as soon as we hear about Advaita, or after a little practice of Advaita, we get the highest experience, the experience of the one divinity, the one pure awareness. Now in the story, we shall see how the story goes first and how it is done. King Janaka, everybody knows he is the father of goddess Sita. He once called all the rishis and the great ones to his court, so that there was an assembly of all the great ones. Now the king made an announcement. He said, is it possible to get the supreme knowledge within the time that we take to mount a horse? Imagine how much time it would take to mount a horse. Within the time, is it possible to get the supreme knowledge? Is there anybody here in this assemblage to give me that knowledge within that short time of mounting a horse? Now everybody, all the great ones, had struggled along and finally come to their experience of the ultimate, and they all knew how much of struggle is involved and how long it would take. Jnaneshwar Maharaj says, practicing Aham Brahmasmi while living in this world, interacting with people and situations, is like an old man without teeth is trying to eat the iron balls. Such is the difficulty. In practicing this Advaita. So here, all the people in the assemblage, all the great ones, kept quiet. They could not give him the yes that he expected. Then somebody entered the court He looked very ugly. He was a hunchback. And with bent limbs. His limbs were bent at 8 places. So he was known as Ashtavakra. Ashtavakra. A hunchback with bent limbs in 8 places. As soon as he entered the court, many people, many subjects of the king, looked at him, made fun of him, jeered at him, and laughed. The hunchback rishi, Ashtavakra, got wild when he saw how they mocked at him, at his appearance. He came to the king, stood there, and then said loudly, "I thought this was an assemblage of great ones, Mahatmas and Rishis. But it would seem that this is an assembly of cobblers and people involved with prostitutes." What a comment to make in front of all those great ones. But such was his anger. Now the king looked at him, instantly realized the greatness of this Mahatma, and in all humility he asked Ashtavakra what he meant by this being an assembly of cobblers and people involved with the prostitutes. Ashtavakra said, a cobbler will look at the color of the skin and its texture. He would examine the skin to see if it would be suitable to introduce into his stitching. And it is people who are involved with prostitutes. They look at the beauty. They care only for the appearance, how beautiful it is. Now, since looking at my appearance, this assembly of people laughed, looking at my skin and my bent limbs and hunchback. So that's why I said it's an assembly of cobblers and people involved with the prostitutes. Now, King Janaka asked him, "Sir, can you give me that supreme knowledge within the time it would take to mount a horse?" Ashtavakra smiled and addressed the assembly of great ones. "Is there anyone here who can give this supreme knowledge to this king who is asking us for it? If there is anyone here, please come out, come to this dais." But everybody kept quiet. Everybody was thinking, how difficult is the process? And how could they promise that? They simply shook their head. Now Ashtavakra said to the king, "King Janaka, I can give you the supreme knowledge as an experience. I can give you the experience of the supreme knowledge in the time it takes to mount a horse, just as you put the condition. But one thing, everything has a price. If you pay the price for this, then I will accept you as my disciple and give you the experience." King Janaka in great humility said, "Yes, Swami, whatever you ask for, I shall give that. I have nothing to hold on to. I have this extreme longing for the realization. Kindly tell me what you want me to give you." Now, the first thing that Ashtavakra said, "King Janaka, you see that corner there in the court where your subjects have left their footwear, the slippers. I would like you to get down from this throne and go sit among those footwear." Now, for a moment, King Janaka was taken aback. He was even a little annoyed that this man should ask him to go to a corner where the chappals are kept, that he had to sit among them. Then Ashtavakra said, "Look, the price that you have to pay for my giving you this knowledge is, I want your body. I want you to give me your mind and your wealth. I want your body, mind and your wealth. Unless you promise me, unless you give me that, I cannot go ahead." He said, "Yes, I will give you all the three." Now, after promising that, if he felt annoyed with this situation, it means he still has the feeling that he is the king of the kingdom. King Janaka, being very intelligent and well prepared for the knowledge, immediately recognized what he had done. So he threw away his annoyance, went and sat there among the footwear of his own subjects. And then Ashtavakra said, "Yes, you have given me your wealth. That means you have given me your kingdom and you are no more the king. Now you are sitting there among the footwear of your own servants. Now the next thing is, you said you promised to give me your mind. Now, your mind has become now my mind. You have no more the mind with you, which means you should not desire anything, nor should you even get thoughts. Now King Janaka understood what he meant. Then immediately he thought, okay, I should not have desire for anything because my mind is no more my mind. I have given it to him, to my Guru. It has become his mind now. So I have no right to entertain any thoughts. I have no right to desire anything. So he impressed upon himself very deeply this particular thought that I have given my mind completely to my Guru. I have no right to my thoughts. I cannot desire anything now. So saying, he went deep inside. By the grace of Ashtavakra, his Guru, now he was able to be rid of the thoughts and desires, and he began to plunge now. So, he says the body, So the body was no more sitting on the throne, and the mind was given to him, and the wealth. He says, now your body also belongs to me, your mind also belongs to me, your wealth, the kingdom, everything that you are attached to. Give up everything that you have entertained or enjoyed. You have nothing at all to say you own anything. You are no more a owner of anything. You yourself have given up everything to me. And then he said, go down deeper and deeper and deeper. Now, by the grace of Ashtavakra, this man, King Janaka, was being deprived of his kingship, kingdom, wealth, body, and now the mind completely, had nothing at all left. And that's when he was seized with waves of ecstasy. And then he settled in a very deep, quiet stillness. And then a little later, Ashtavakra said, now come back to the body. I'm giving you back your body, your mind, your wealth. So Janaka, come back to the body. So Janaka became body conscious. And then his mind was back to recognize that he was King Janaka, and of course wealth. He got his kingdom back. Now Ashtavakra said, when you left everything, your body, your mind, your wealth, now you see everything comes back to you. It's only when you disown everything, all will come back to you. And he said, now that I have given back the body, mind, and wealth, you use them as my medium and serve. Use them to serve the people. Remember, you are using my body, you are using my mind, and you are using my wealth. In that spirit, you continue to be King Janaka and rule the whole kingdom. They are mine. Use them to serve the people as my servant. So, in this story, you can see how the Guru attacks the student who is deprived of his own body, his ownership of the body, his mind and hence thoughts and desires, and his wealth because he's reduced to a pauper. And he was made to sit as one among those footwear. So unless we do all this, and that by the grace of the Guru, it would be difficult to have the supreme knowledge within a short time. When the great ones choose you, they can give you in a platter just like that. And they can establish you in that. But before that, whatever price they ask for, we have to pay. Without pain, there is no gain. So, it's not a package that we can easily get from a guru. Here Janaka was in a hurry, but he was capable, he was qualified already. He had vairagya, he had done tapasya previously, which had prepared him to a certain extent already. So the supreme knowledge is not something that we can simply buy from a guru at a cost. It is a lifelong struggle for many, many, many of us. And Guru's grace alone can give this gift of oneness with God. We shall now offer our prayer to Bhagavan. Bhagavan, we beg you a million times for your immediate divine intervention to change the attitude of the world of violence today. So much misunderstanding, so much enmity, so much violence all around. We beg you, the cosmic controller, to bring in peace, unity, order and discipline and harmony into the lives of people so that people live a dharmic life with remembrance of God. We pray to you, Bhagavan, to stop those violent wars so that peace and harmony be prevalent. We beg you again to bless the whole world in such a way that there is no thought of enmity or war in the minds of people. We also beg you to keep under your control those sudden attacks of vicious diseases, the violent furies of nature, and those devastating accidents. Above all this, we beg you endlessly for the uprooting, the removal of those negativities, the Rakshasic thoughts which are responsible for today's world of violence. Whichever country people belong to, whatever religion they have embraced, everyone has to go through this law of karma, which is precise, relentless and unsparing. And that's why people all over the world, everyone without exception, will get trapped into some suffering or the other, and that without help or protection. But then there is this causeless grace above this law of karma. So let's appeal to the generosity and compassion of the divine and beg Bhagavan to reach out to all those people all over the world who have been suffering severely in some way or the other, to be free from that suffering and be lifted to a higher plane. We also beg you, Bhagavan, to protect all those unselfish people who have been slogging for the welfare of the others, who find their happiness in the happiness of the others. From what? From unnecessary, unworthy, unhealthy criticisms and aspersion. We also beg you to promote the economy of this country and its growth in varied fields of activity so that India would reach that high status of world teacher to conduct the whole world in the path of dharma. We also pray to you in all earnestness and intensity for the ceaseless and joyful chanting of your name and unbroken remembrance of your leelas and teachings, so that every one of them would turn into Atma Shakti for us. Please bless us all to be only sattvic instruments in your hands and not rakshasic by any chance. We also seek your blessings to bless our everyday life so that we run it as an offering to you and not be caught by the snares of Maya. We seek that ultimate state of being, the original, natural state of ours, the state of bliss and peace, the state of pure awareness, where we saw how King Janaka got rid of his body idea, the mind idea, and the wealth, so that he was left in the pure awareness, the state of bliss and peace. But then, Bhagwan, our minds are very much clouded by our past karmas, the latent tendencies of the past karmas, and worldly desires. And so, there are sudden attacks of fear, vicious anger, vicious jealousy, vicious vengeance, passion, and sorrow. So much so the mind falls into depression and medicine. We compare ourselves with other people, ignoring all the blessings we already possess, and catch hold of something that we think we lack in, which finally leads us to depression. But then your thunderous declaration that the divine name is a very, very powerful weapon, for the name and the named are one and the same. God lives very much in His name. He lives in every manifestation of His. Every manifestation comes from Him. So in His name, He lives in His infinite glory, infinite power and grace, which is capable of destroying all our past karmas and also the vasanas left behind, will prevent us from further sins so that the mind gets purified. We seek your powerful blessings, Bhagwan, for our early purification. Wherever we live, whatever work falls into our hand, we know it's all your work, and that we should be able to do it in the spirit of service to you, and that joyfully, without any unhealthy competition or jealousy, so that every one of our actions will turn into Atma Shakti. We also beg you to bless us to practice acceptance of whatever life brings to us, be it a joy or sorrow, coming from you, though based upon our karmic account, is a very definite blessing meant for our spiritual transformation, for our closeness with you. So let us all learn to look upon every adversity, however severe it is, however a punishment it looks, as a blessing from God meant for our spiritual progress. Then it will also show how it is a blessing, and we'll end up in higher wisdom, purifying our mind. Otherwise, we collapse, grumble, resent God, move away from Him, and blame others bitterly for our every failure, little realizing we have invited our own sufferings of this life by our past karmas. We beg you, Bhagwan, to bless us all with gratitude so that we will be free from all our karmas. We also seek your powerful blessings for all the species of the cosmos to be lifted to a higher plane. And finally, we seek liberation from the vicious cycle of births and deaths. How can we do it? Just as Ashtavakra instructed King Janaka, the idea of body I am the body. Give me your body. Give me your mind. Give me your wealth. Which means the utter selfishness of I and mine. Bhagavan, please approve this and promote the idea that I am the Atman. So that we all be blessed with it, immortal life, eternal living in merger with you, or eternal servitude in surrender to you, you, that eternal, supreme awareness. Jai Yogi Ramsuratkumar.